So in this video I want to show you just how easy it is to get really good upgrades for your build with just a few chaos if you are willing to put in some work before the league starts. I'm not going to go over how I made the trade searches because this is going to take too long, but I'm going to leave the link in the description to each and every search right here, and then you can check them, you can look at them. But basically what I did, I created a bunch of trade searches for a weapon that would be a really good upgrade for my build. My build is going to be called Dot. Obviously you need to understand your build and you need to understand what modifiers you need on your items. And my build uses Spiritual 8, which makes it much easier to search for a good weapon upgrade. So what I want to do in this video is to show you just a good wand here. This is going to be about 15 to 25 divines to make, depending on how lucky you are. And I'm going to show you the damage difference between a 20 divine wand and a 5 to 10 chaos wand. So right now I have this build is level 80, really bad gear. The weapon is just something you find on the ground. You can buy it for 1 chaos maximum. And the damage right now it's 146.35k. But if I choose this 20 divine prophecy wand, it's going to be 216.78 divided by. So it's going to be about a 50% damage increase, 48%. Now I'm going to include the PoE and you can look at these ones right here. I'm going to show them to you on Craft of Exile because I created a few of them. And the idea is that you understand your build, you understand what modifiers you're looking for. And if you look at the trade searches that I leave in the description, you can understand how to search for different modifiers. It's basically the same thing. You're searching for the same item, but the way you go about it, it's different. So you can, instead of going for a wand that is going to be 20 divines, I would go for a wand that, for example, I bought a wand similar to this one at league start and I paid 15 chaos. Now you have to have these trade searches because you don't always know the best deal. So maybe next league you would not find such a wand for 15 chaos. Maybe you'll find it for like 2 or 3 divines, but you'll find something different that is very good. For example, a wand similar to this one, but instead of being convoking wand, let's just say that it's a prophecy wand. You can pretty much make for 10 to 15 chaos and would be a damage upgrade of, let's see, 188. Would be an almost 29% damage increase. So if you just buy a fractured wand like this, you throw 1 essence of awe or fear, deafening, and then you just craft cold damage over time multiplier. It would be a 28-29% damage increase. Now what you do, you install this Chrome extension called Better Trading. You set up a new folder and then you just register the current trade. So you register a trade, then you can create a different trade and you register it. And what you do, you just open a bunch of these tabs and then you look at what's the best item to buy. Now I have already done this before, so I know that the best wand that I could get would be this one right here. So this one, if you look at it, it has 1 empty suffix, which is going to be, I'm going to craft cold damage over time multiplier. If you don't understand what modifiers you can craft, you can just go to this website called Craft of Exile. Again, this you need to understand your build and you need to understand crafting to some degree to do this. But I would buy this wand. For example, I pay 5 chaos for it. It has minions deal increased damage and I can craft cold damage over time multiplier. So if I just copy this, I pay 5 chaos for it. and I put it here in PoE, and I need to edit because this is not fully crafted. Instead of having 18 damage over time multiplier, I would have 38 because I can craft from the bench another 20. And I would apply add to build, and if I were to use this, I would have 196.93 divided by, so I would get a damage upgrade of 34.5%. So for 10 kills, I would get a wand that is almost as good as a one that is 20 divines. Obviously the one that is 20 divines is going to be much better, but it's 20 divines, whereas this one, for just 10 kills, I can just buy it and pretty much carry me throughout the end game and help me make currency. So it's very important that you understand all your gear, you understand what gear your build needs, and you do a bunch of these searches. Now again, I will leave the links in the description so that you can check them. I'm assuming you already know how to use the trade website to some degree, and if you look at these trade searches in particular, you will definitely understand. But the idea is you don't buy items that are corrupted or mirrored because you can't craft them. You buy an item that is not fully finished, you do something, you craft something, and you make it look good. So this one right here, you pay 5 chaos and you get a wand that is almost as good as a 20 divines wand. Again, I will leave the PoE in the description, all the trade links, and what you need to do is to need to set up these trade searches for every item slot. For example, for the boots, for the weapon, for any item that is not unique, basically. You can do it for flasks if you want, and at League Start you can just open a few tabs like this, and then you can just check them, right? And this is what you do. This is how you get good items at League Start.